But that's not it at all. Not at all. Do you know where the name comes from? He looks at you expectantly. Don't care. No, I don't know where it gets its name from. From all the lower plane portals? He nods, though he seems a little disappointed that you know. Yes, indeed. These portals to the lower planes are actually the reason for the smog in the skies here. He glances upwards as if imagining a sky above your heads. But I'm sure you are already aware of the conditions that plague this world. Yes, I have some other questions. What can you tell me about the city of Sigil? Sigil, he lets out a long breath. Sigil is the city at the centre of all things, or so many believe. It is a city of doors. There are literally thousands of portals here. It is home to the Lady of Pain herself. He shrugs. Sigil is a topic that can fill volumes, and volumes of volumes. Tell me about the Lady of Pain. I mean, we already know plenty about the Lady of Pain. We met her, for Christ's sake. The Lady of Pain. Hamris leans in and drops his voice slightly. One of the multiverse's greatest mysteries. Everyone will agree. I think she's proved beyond doubt's shadow that females are the most dangerous creatures in the multiverse. He sighs. Go on. Some say she's a goddess, a power that's made Sigil her home. Truth is, she breaks the laws of every power I've encountered. Powers need worshippers, gives them their power, but the lady doesn't like to be worshipped. People who do end up in her shadow, their flesh torn apart by invisible blades. Now, I've seen some horrible things in my life, things that would make another man's knees go weak and make him lose control of his vitals. Doesn't even compare to seeing one of the lady's victims. Interesting. What else can you tell me? Oh, right. That's why it flew right over my head. Next is, she don't take to people who try and play God in Sigil. See, you may not know this, but first off, no powers can enter Sigil, not Zeus, not Ra, not one. Word is that the lady's presence somehow keeps them out. Can't get in, not a one. And that twists their stems like you wouldn't believe. Sigil's such a sweet fruit that anyone would want to pluck. Wait, what? That anyone would want to pluck, that the other powers are always looking for some way into Sigil. They haven't succeeded. To me, that did not mean... Oh, it's a sweet fruit that anyone would want to pluck. Right, okay, never mind. It goes beyond that. Not only does the lady keep them out, she keeps anybody inside the city from harming it. Certainly she has help from our faction, the Harmonium, since we like order, but every once in a while, a foolish basher takes it into their head to start fighting on the streets of the city. May decide to kill a few dabbers, brew up some chaos, or start casting mass destruction spells. Not a good thing, makes a lady upset, doesn't like to see her city hurt. She'll kill you or maze you for doing such. Maze you? Not entirely sure why I asked that. I know about the mazes. I've been in one. You haven't heard of the mazes? He looks at you condescendingly. You are green. The lady's got extra-dimensional prisons she can place special offenders in. You see, she takes little bits of Sigil, shapes them into mazes, then cuts them off from Sigil. You'll be walking home one night, or be stepping through an archway near your home, then suddenly everything changes. You won't be in the place you remember, you'll be trapped. Chant is that there is one way to get out of each maze, but you'll be dead and gone before you tumble onto the dark of how to escape. Not true, cause I made it out of one of her mazes, so fuck you, buddy. Right, okay. I know I can get a little bit of XP from him, I just don't know if it's worth it. It's just gonna give me the fast travel. Yeah! Back to the where is it? I think it's here. Is it here? Alley of Lingering Sighs. No, that's where the corpse bar is. I think it's here. Yeah! Gathering Dust Bar. I need to find out some information about Hamris. And I think I get it from her. Yeah, we go. Whoa, Seer smirks as she sees you. I don't know if it isn't the crypt crawler. What brings you to Seer's door this time, boy? I didn't crawl out of any crypt. Oh, I can actually joke with her. Ah, I remember this chick. Well, the crypt was losing its charm, so now I'm looking around for the right place to die. Know of anywhere? She barks a laugh, then rattles your ears. Ha, not here unless you want to die of boredom. I'll keep that in mind. I have some questions. I want to ask you about some of the dustmen in particular. Can I speak? Oh, whoa. Scribe. No. So in order to do it, I need to speak with her. I'll just speak with some of these, or about some of these. He's a strange blood, he never moves from that spot, never eats, never drinks. Oh, these are actually the people in here. Met a guy in the mortuary. Sogo, do you know him? That boy used to be a regular around here. Don't know what happened to him, could be he was shaken up after his friend died. Explain? One of his friends was killed in the hive a few weeks ago. Torn apart by rats. Shakes her head. Messy business. Has Sogo always been a guide at the mortuary? No, only for the past few months, and last I heard, he was just sent off for some missionary duty, but I don't know where. I do. He's dead. I see about some other people. Dahl, we've already asked about. One of the embalmers. Awaiting death. Mortai. Mortai? Thought you was asking about Dustman, she spits. There's no Dustman who's less Dustman than that Jinx. What, Jinx, smacking, bone box, rattling, Lackwit. Oh, this could be who I need to speak about. What do you mean? Mortai so anxious to impress his betters by getting the most dead contracts signed that I wonder if he'll ever be a Dustman. I don't understand. He's eager to get contracts signed, boy. He's concerned about his reputation. He's thinking about his career as a Dustman. That alone says it all. I still don't understand. It's said that passions kill. Seer snorts. For Dustman, it's the opposite. Passions keep you alive, and if you can't strip yourself of passions with eagerness, greed, or ambition, then you're doomed to never truly die, because life will always hold a piece of you. Maybe I can't actually ask about the person. Certainly looking that way. Didn't crawl out of any crypt. She frowns. Oh, there we go. I can actually ask about him. She frowns, her face wrinkling like crumpled parchment. Right then, what coffin did you crawl out of? She mumbles, one of those shoddy splint coffins at Hamris's. Most like. Gives corpses splinters, I hear. She sniffs. That boy's not been worth a clipped copper since his father died. Oh. Who's Hamris? Hamris is a coffin breaker. Pardon. Coffin maker. In the lower ward, inherited the shop when his father died, much to the shame of every corpse needing a coffin, crypt, or tombstone in Sigil. What happened to his father? Those ears just for show, boy. He died, she mumbles. His son talked him to death, most likely. That boy's tongue doesn't stop rattling. I'm surprised he doesn't shake his head loose from his shoulders. You two sound like you have a lot in common, then. She knows her eyes. Do us both a favour and latch that bone box of yours, boy. Don't be drawing commons between me and that yapping whelp. Right, so now I might have enough information. Yeah, I mean, my journal's not been updated, but I don't think it matters because it's not a quest. And also, I've only gone over here because I think it's the quickest way. And I was wrong because I could have gone over here. Yeah, whatever. Fast travel! Whoosh! Booyah!
I'm gone.
Alright, yeah. I'm in the right place. I'm doing this for a measly 500 XP too. Whatever. I have some questions. There we go. I hear your father died. Can you tell me what happened? He frowns at you. Well, he disappeared some time ago, so I can only assume he is dead. Where did you hear this? I don't recall. You say he disappeared? He nods. Oh yes, many, many years ago. My father was a talented stonemason, and he did not only construct sarcophagi, but he was also quite skilled in tomb design. People from across Sigil. The room begins to fade around you as a memory tugs at your consciousness. Relax and try to remember.
Updated my journal.
You find yourself standing in this very shop, talking with an older man while a child sits in the corner and plays. On the counter between you and the shopkeeper is a set of plans. He seems to be explaining some intricacies with the construction of a tomb. Your vision fades as you try to examine the details of the plans. Continue. When your sight returns, you are standing in a cabin in front of a tomb. Above the entry you see the slogan, Engineered for Eternity, clearly carved in the stone. The shopkeeper is standing next to you, a broad smile on his face. He gestures to you and begins to walk into the tomb. You quickly match his pace from behind and draw your blade. Oh no. From the sounds of it, we killed his father. You find yourself back in Hamris's shop. He is looking at you with some concern. Are you well, sir? Tell me what happened to your father. He simply vanished one day, leaving most of his commissions unfinished. Most embarrassing. Took a long while to get out of debt caused by his disappearance, and to an extent I am still settling various accounts. Still, I have a certain aptitude for the work, and he sighs lightly and gets a faraway look in his eyes. Go on. He shrugs. Sorry, I was just thinking. My father's disappearance was the reason I joined the Harmonium, and left it later on. At first, I had a burning desire to find out what happened to him. Later I felt a certain obligation to continue his life's work. He sighs. I never found the answers I sought. It was quite the mystery as to what happened. His voice fades to silence. Did your father keep any other plans for the tombs he built? He thinks for a moment. Yes, he did. After I came of age and inherited the business, I went through all of his records. They were quite extensive. Why do you ask? If I describe a tomb to you, could you tell me if it was your father's work? He frowns in thought, then shrugs. I can try. Well, I can but try. My harmonium training has blessed me with a sharp memory. I should be able to recognize my father's work if you give me enough details. He looks at you expectantly. Describe the tomb from your memory. He thinks for some time. There is little doubt that the tomb you describe is my father's work. The slogan you mentioned has been the family trademark for several generations. He pauses and gives you a strange look. This tomb. Where is it located? Describe the location. Describe the location in detail, surprising yourself with the knowledge you have of the area. Hamris watches you with a concerned look. Odd, I don't recall anything in the family records that would even have permitted him to construct a tomb there. The Dustmen are very careful about building rights and real estate, especially beneath the streets of Sigil. Then you recognize the location? He nods enthusiastically. Oh yes, sounds like the Drowned Nation's catacombs to me. He pauses. I've never been there myself, but I've heard the area described many a time in my years of in the Harmonium. I need to know if your father kept the plans for that tomb. Yes, the warehouse where I store my goods handles my business documents as well. Anyway, they're having internal problems of some sort, new management or some such nonsense. I haven't been able to replenish my stock as of late, and I doubt I could retrieve any paperwork from them either. He frowns. The Harmonium would never let things get so out of hand as to cause distress to its customers. His voice fades away as he thinks and then looks at you. Perhaps you would look into this matter for me. The warehouse? Yes, the warehouse. It's having some internal problems of some sort, whatever that means. I can't get any stock from them until the matter is cleared up. He frowns. The Harmonium... Oh, did I just read this again? Guess I don't have a choice if I want the plans. I'll do it.
Updated my journal.
Maybe I didn't read it. And as to cause distress to its customers. No, that's the exact same as before. Whatever. He smiles broadly. Excellent. If you deal with this issue satisfactorily, you may have your plans for free. He gets that lecture look on his face again. That may not seem like sufficient payment, but let me tell you about the difficulty involved in creating those plans. No, thank you. I'll just get started on this right away. Farewell. Whoa, what the? Okay. God, he can talk for days. Oh, literally, my fucking voice hurts. Can I rest? I can't rest in this. Oh, that's right. I was about to say, where can I rest here? It was not coming to me, but then I remembered I can buy a bed. Wait a minute. I might not be able to. If there are people that are wanting to fight, I really hope I can do this. There are monsters in it. Phew, fucker. They're not gonna run away either. Shite, man. If anything, I'm just gonna use Decon.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
There's one down. There he goes. Haha! Sucker! I love Reign of Anger. So fucking good. If they could all just die and then stop spawning, it'd be great. I'd like to buy something. Give me a bed. Oh, my party's scattered now. God, suck a dick. It's so hard to just get together. You watch now, there'll be a monster nearby. Some bullshit. Why do I have enchanted battle axe? It's 2 to 9 slashing. It's also really... I don't know if I want to use it. I've not used it once. I'll just get rid of it. Right, whatever. Sell. Do I get rid of it? I don't want to do that. Punch daggers of Murin? Yeah, they're not worth it. Actually, wait. Proficiency fists. I could actually keep her using those, and instead... Yeah. I've had an idea. Although I'm gonna have to do something super cheap in order for this to work. Right. What I want to do is do this. There. That's still fine for her. Speak with him.
What is your will?
Things I wish to know. Teach me the art. Because then it automatically removes the cursed item, which I love. Whoops. There we are. Can't equip it either. Perfect. Right. Anna, give me the daggers. So, is there a way of actually removing the curse? Just entirely. I do wonder. Probably not. She also can't use that. I don't know if I just want to get rid of it. It's a cool weapon, but if I even put it in my weapon slot to get it out of my inventory, it'll equip it, which I would rather not have happen. Right, now that I've done that, things I would know, teach me the art, thank you, and done. I go back to my inventory. Punch daggers. There we go, now I have these. Plus 2 to piercing damage, 2 to armor class, 35% stealth bonus. Jesus. Yeah, they're pretty good. Do I want to keep this or just get rid of it? I think I might get rid of both. The punch daggers are pretty damn good. Like 3 to 12 damage. Like, that's not bad. Do I get rid of the Gauntlets of Teeth? I mean, technically the damage of this is 4 to 10, technically. Yeah, but 3 to 12 is still better. Mm-hmm. And it don't really give me anything else, it just says it's enchanted. Yeah, I'll get rid of him. Fuck him. Fuck it, man. Do I have anything else? Nope. Right, by the bed. Because bloody hell I need it. I do! Perfect. Ah, Christ. That does work as resting, doesn't it? Oh boy. Look at all these Rain of Angers. Love it. And all these Swarm Curses. Swarm Curse is such a good spell too. Not the best, but the thing I like about it the most is the fact it attacks an enemy, they can even run away and it will still attack them. I'm gonna buy another bed, just so it's daytime. Oh god, I can't stop burping. Thank you. Alright, save. Right, so I dealt with Hamris's father, and also I got the what is it? I need to go to the warehouse to pick up the plans. The only thing we have left is to go to the warehouse. Cobbers! The fuck? Oh. Come back here, pussy! Get him! I love how nobody's getting involved. Oh! Just got decked. Ooh! Brilliant. Yeah, they're just appearing out of nowhere. Yeah, whatever. Not my problem. Do not understand why they're also wanting to fight. I thought these guys were wanting to attack then. I wonder if this has affected my standing. No, I'm still neutral. Surprised it's not classed as chaotic because I'm just attacking people in the street. This ain't Sigil, so maybe that's why. Help these people pay their debt to society. Bid! What are you bidding? The warehouse. What a cesspool. These crates are made of very sturdy stock. They must contain heavy items. How big is this place? Not very, from the looks of things. I can't go back there. It seems all I can do in here is talk to the person behind the counter. Vault of the Ninth World. Welcome to the Vaults of the Ninth World. How may I serve you on this fine day? That would be pronounced Sigillian, as opposed to Sigillian. Sigillian, what is this place? The Vaults of the Ninth World is pleased to serve as a warehouse for the lower ward and all the sentients of Sigil. Our motto is, when one world just isn't big enough, we provide storage space for those that have little to spare. Our prices are competitive, our service exemplary, and our courtesy to customers is known throughout the plains. What are you? I am the voice of the Vault of the Ninth World. I am here to serve you, the customer. Instruct me in what you desire. I can store shit, so it's a bank. I probably have to, like, purchase shit, though. Which I would rather not. I'd like to claim something. I'm looking for a large bag of coins. No. I mean, I could try it. I'm assuming it'll probably just reject me if I can't. I'm looking for a large bag of coins. We have a bag of coins, like the one you described, sir. I'll just need to find out one thing from you. How much was in it? Somehow this guess feels right. 1,123 coins. Pfft, wow. Here you go, sir. Thanks for storing your goods at the Vault of the Ninth World. Can I get you anything else? Yes. I'd like to claim something else. I was looking for a large bag of coins. I was told I could retrieve... Here we go. I was told that I could retrieve some plans for a tomb here. Plans for a tomb? You don't look dead, sir. Not that it's any of my business if you are. Here are your plans, sir. Can I get you anything else? Answer more of my questions is what you can do. Mate. I don't really need to ask, what is this place? Actually, I've not asked, what are you? And the voice of the... the voice of the Vault of the Ninth World, I'm here to serve you. Yeah. I'd like to claim something else. Right, so... I suppose the only other thing I need to do is... I was told to tell you that I gave Pickett the laugh. There we go, I gained the items. I certainly hope so, sir, whatever that means. I'm just a big dumb rockhead. Here are your papers, sir, and here, thank you. What can I do for you? So, what is this place? Why is this place called the Vault of the Ninth World? Frankly, I have no idea. I think the owners thought that it would be a clever name or something. Is this place really as big as a world? No, it's just a marketing exaggeration. There's a lot of space here, but not that much. Why is this place called the... Okay, just as the same thing. Oh. Farewell. Farewell. We at the Vault of the Ninth World value your business. Please return. Yeah, I'll bet. Michael just calls himself a big dumb rockhead. God. So mean to himself. Either way, I got a bunch of stuff back. Oh, I was about to say there's an enemy here. What am I to do? I can't say when there's a hostile creature nearby. Well, we'll have to just deal with that, won't we? I love how they, like, go about the business. I still can't save. There we go. They ran away. I really don't know why the hell they decided to attack me. Or, you know, turn hostile, because I didn't do anything. I attacked a Black Abishai, but usually people don't really give a shit. But, whatever. So, you see Triss, she smiles at your approach and looks hopeful. Have you found the document, Cutter? Can you free me now? Or can you free me? Yes, I'll give it to Duran and he will free you. A look of relief washes over her face. You think she is about to faint, but she quickly recovers. I thank you, Cutter. Please return to me after you speak with Duran. I will, thank you. Farewell. Duran! You see a boisterous auctioneer. He is very animated and does a lot of shouting, yelling and stomping. He seems to have a tendency toward, melodrama, and makes a lot of strange facial expressions as he waves his arms. Greetings. He glances at you and motions to the crowd that he's taking a break. Well, 1,000 greetings do I bestow on you, sir. He does a double take when he notices your scars. You know, I take one look at you with my discerning eye, and I see a man in the market for some healing charms. Do you have any charms? He gives you a shocked look and gestures grandly at himself. Do I, Duran, have any charms? He pauses for effect. No, sir, I do not. However, don't let that fact discourage you. I have plenty of other items for sale. He points to the rear of the auction block, where a group of people stands in chains. You sell slaves? He shakes his head. No, sir. These are indentured servants, not slaves. For the most part, they are guilty of minor crimes. The proceeds from their sale go towards paying their debt to the city. After their term of servitude, they will be free citizens once again. Still sounds like slavery to me. Gives you a bright smile. I don't concern myself with such thoughts. My task is to sell their contracts as given by the courts of Sigil. He lowers his voice as he leans in closer and collect a percentage for my efforts. You understand? He straightens. You said they were guilty of crimes. What crimes did they commit? He shrugs his shoulders in an exaggerated way. I don't know for certain, but I would guess theft, assault, or not being able to pay their debts. Those are the most common transgressions. I see. I have some questions for you. Shakes his head. Little time for such wigwag, friend. There's dealing to be done. Speak quick. I want to ask you about Trist. He frowns for a moment, then shrugs. Very well, sir. What about Trist? I have proof that she is innocent of any crime. He smiles broadly, then laughs. Very well, show me the evidence. He holds out his hand to you. Give him the document. He opens the document and quickly scans its contents. After a moment he sighs, then folds the document and puts it inside his shirt. It seems that the court owes Lady Trist an apology, sir. From this moment she is free and I will make all the arrangements to have her status and property returned to her. Thank you, Duran.
Dated my journal.
No, thank you. It's a rare individual who will do what you have done. He bows to you. Excuse me, I will speak with Lady Trist. Farewell. He begins walking towards Trist. Cutscene? Kind of. Oh, we did it. Trist smiles at you warmly. You are my saviour, Cutter. I will be forever in your debt. That was a pain in the arse. I was happy to help you, Trist. Thank you, Cutter. She glances about and then pauses to think for a moment. You have saved me from certain death, Cutter. A slow, painful death. She frowns as she thinks. Please, wait here. I shall return shortly. She walks and turns away. Alright, Trist. You see Trist approaching. She smiles and waves at you. Hello again, Cutter. Thank you for waiting. She looks about for a moment, then removes a purse from the folds of her dress. With the document you have provided, the courts will restore my status and finances. This is not much, but it is a well-deserved reward for what you have done. She hands you a purse. Thank you, Trist. I got 1,000 gold. Copper. She smiles. No, I thank you. Farewell, Cutter. Farewell. 4k XP? Oof. I love it. I really just want to shoot all of these things. Cause I don't understand why they're hostile. You're like, yes, I killed a Black Abishai, but what the fuck, man? So I need to give... No, you're Vorten. I need to give the evidence about him being a douche to somebody, but I don't remember who. Maybe the dude in the market that I spoke or told to go and speak with, what's her face? The woman that was very lonely. Karina? I think her name was? Yeah, but I can't remember the guard's name. I mean, he seemed like a trustworthy fellow. He actually cared about me and, you know, wanted to talk and everything. It was nice. Right, Emrys. Emrys smiles at you. Good day again, Cutter. Did you get the plans you were looking for? Yes, I dealt with the situation at the warehouse. I got the tomb plans.
My journal.
He smiles and nods. Well done, Cutter. As I say, you may keep whatever you recovered from the warehouse as your reward. Thank you for your help. Farewell, Emrys. Oh, shit. Scroll of evidence. Oh, criminal activities of Byron Pickett. Gilspur's note. To Kelder of Durian. Oh, right, yeah, in the Great Foundry. Tomb plans. Stenciled. Custom-made tomb. Interesting. I'm just wondering what I'm meant to do with that. It said it was in the Drowned Nations, so is that not the tomb we've already been inside? Not entirely sure. Regardless. Right, if I want to go and speak with what's-his-face, I should probably go into the market. It's not you, it's not Drixel. Was it the other one? Yeah, I don't remember. Corvus, yes it was. How are you and Karina doing? He smiles broadly. We're doing well, thank you. I owe you for your kindness. I have some questions. Oh, here we go. Who are you? I don't know why I asked about this. I have other questions. Do you know someone named Lenny? He frowns in thought. Lenny, yes, I know a thief who goes by that name. He can usually be found over by the siege tower. What can you tell me about him?
Updated my journal.
Officially nothing. He pauses for a moment before answering. Unofficially, he is a thief and a good one. A master, I would say. Although he is a thief, he seems to have some ethics. He has never been suspected of assault or murder. He has managed to avoid the law on numerous occasions. He pauses. Anything else?
My journal.
Yes, I would not be afraid to turn my back to Lenny. There are a few people I can say that about, but Lenny is one of them. He shrugs. That is all, friend. Other questions? Do you know someone named Byron Pickett? He frowns and nods his head. Yes, I am familiar with Byron. What can you tell me about him?
My journal.
Officially nothing. He pauses for a moment before answering. Unofficially, he is suspected of being behind most of the criminal activity here at the market. We believe him to be responsible for the murder of a merchant named Zach. His list of suspected crimes is quite long. He pauses. Anything else?
My journal.
Yes, I would not turn my back to him. And I would think twice about being anywhere alone with him. He shrugs. That's all, friend. Well, aren't you lucky? I have evidence that proves he is involved in criminal acts here in Sigil. He looks at you with interest. Oh? May I see this evidence? Give him the papers.
Updated my journal.
He examines the papers thoroughly, then folds them and puts them away. He nods to you and smiles. Excellent work, citizen. These documents are quite detailed in their content. I personally will see to it that Byron Pickett is taken before the courts. He salutes to you and turns to leave. I shall return shortly. Alright. He soon returns and smiles at you. The deed is done. Pickett has been removed from the streets, the evidence has been presented to the courts, and soon he will stand trial. He gives you a slight bow. Once again, I thank you. Thank you. I must be going now. Farewell. There we go. Yeah. Right. So there's that. And now Byron's gone. Has he been moved?
Alright.
It'd be funny if he's on the slave block now. When he wasn't before. I just think it'd be comical. Oh, Ian. That's a shame. Oh well. What is this? Purpose of this device is unknown. It appears to be some sort of drawbridge-like contraption. Oh dear. Ah, here we go. You approach the location of the portal that the boy Laszlo spoke of. You begin to replay your conversation with him in your head. Maybe the secret to getting in is not wanting to get in, or to not want to get in. You hear yourself say, suppress any desire to enter the tower. That's such an easy, bloody key. I like it when I don't need a physical object. Brilliant. Inside this... Holy shite. Hi, dude. Inside the siege tower. Jesus. The fuck are you? Aside from one hell of a beast. Alright, let's have a... Can we have a gander? This guy likes to bang, I guess. I'm trying to figure out how I speak to him. Yeah. Oh, there we go. You see an iron creature. Its size is staggering. If it stood full height, it would shatter the roof of the siege tower. Thundering echoes rattle the walkway as the creature hammers away on its forge, and the smell of soot and ash fills the air. Greetings.
My journal.
There is the screaming of metal on metal as the giant turns to face you. You suddenly realise the golem is built into the siege tower itself. Girders, pipes and huge braces run through its lower torso and into the walls, and the bottom portion of its body make up the forge itself. What are you? I am iron given purpose. What purpose? I forge the implements by which the multiverse will be unmade. You mean forging weapons? That's your purpose? Metal is like flesh, both carry potential in their veins. When tempered with heat and pressure, the potential surfaces. My purpose is to bring forth this potential. Allow it expression. Okay. Who do you make these weapons for? I forge them for the sake of entropy. They are painstaking expression. What does entropy need weapons for? Beyond this tower, order rallies its legions. The multiverse heals its wounds. In time, its strength may equal entropy. The multiverse is your enemy. Why? The multiverse breathes. It grows, it stagnates, it forges its chains around the planes link by link. In time, even entropy may be chained. And you're opposed to chaining entropy? When a thing seals itself against its own destruction, it merely dies a different death. So you're saying immortality is just a different kind of death. Immortality is only a word. All that exists can die. You're saying you could forge a weapon to kill an immortal. Every living thing has a weapon against which it has no defense. Time, disease, iron, guilt. How do you know what weapon to use? One must know the enemy to forge such a weapon. And how do I do that? Start with a fragment of the enemy, a drop of blood, a crystallized thought, one of its hopes. All of these things tell the way it can die. What if your enemy strikes from a distance, from shadows, and never shows it himself? Then that is the fragment of the enemy you must use. How? The actions of your enemy have told you much. Your enemy does not wish to engage you directly, that is a weakness. How do I exploit that? Confront your enemy. Directly take the battle to the enemy. You said that immortality was just a word, that all lives can die. Could you make a weapon that could kill me? Yes. Really? How? I would need a drop of your blood. That is all. Very well. 10,000! The tool of your destruction has been forged and educated. It is not enough. What do you mean?
My journal.
The magics that keep your heart beating and mend your flesh are strong. You must sink the blade into your body only within a shell where you were cut off from the planes. Why? The reason is not known to me, yet both the weapon and the place are necessary for your destruction. Where would I find a shell that separated me from the planes? That is not known to me. I have another question. What are you? Okay. You mentioned that before, I had some other questions. What is this place? This tower is a siege engine. It exists to breach the walls between planes. Breach planes? How? The tower anchors itself upon a plane. A wound is torn in the multiverse when the bridge of the tower opens. Legions may pass from one plane to the other through the tower. When the plane has served entropy's purpose, the tower anchors itself again. What happened to the legions that have used the tower? Entropy has unmade them, and what happened to the planes the siege tower invaded? Entropy has unmade them. I see. I had other questions. What are you doing? Forged by the... oh, by which... yeah. Right. Why do you do this? The iron of my body once existed only as minor expressions of pain. Blades, spears, axes, arrowheads, rivets and catapults. From these implements of war was I wrought. What happened? These minor expressions of pain were melted to forge this body. My potential was allowed to surface, now my purpose is to bring out the potential in other metals. You said that someone melted those weapons and forged your body. Who? Entropy raised me from the planar battlefields. You said your purpose now is to forge weapons. Metal is like flesh, both carry potential in their veins. When tempered with heat and pressure, the potential surfaces. My purpose is to bring forth this potential, allow it expression. Can you do anything with my weapons? Show me what you have brought, I will study its potential and see if its pain can be given